All right, so we are back with our last dissection for the 2021-2022 school year. So we've got Mr. Kermit the Frog here, and we are going to go through his external anatomy first here. So starting off, our frog right now is dorsal side up. Remember, dorsal fin on a fish is on his back. So dorsal side on a frog is when his back is facing you. When he's facing you this way, this is the ventral side. Next thing we need to distinguish between is anterior and posterior. Anterior is by the head, posterior is by the, well, think about it, they go poo out the posterior end, so that's an easy way to remember that. A couple other unique structures with our frog. We have our nostrils, which are right up here on our snout. That enables the frog to be able to smell. Then we also have our tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane you have right here. This is going to be like its eardrum in humans. Allows that frog to hear on the other side as well. Other thing that we need to be aware of is the nictitating membrane. That is another eyelid that allows that frog to be able to see when it's underwater. And then I will show you the Vomeron teeth here in just a moment. In order to see those, we are just going to go ahead and open up the mouth. So I'm just going to slip my scissors in the mouth, make a cut there, slip it in, make a cut there. Going to flip the frog over on its ventral side. And then you can see another unique thing with the frog is the attachment for the tongue is at the front of the mouth, not the rear like in humans. Okay. So now that I went ahead and opened that up, you can see where the nostrils dump into the mouth cavity. And then I've got two little bumps right here. Those two little bumps there, those are my Vomeron teeth. I'm not sure if you can hear it on the video, but when I scrape them with my probe or with my fingernail, you can definitely hear that. So those are its teeth. Also, these little bumps here, these are where the frog's eyes come into the mouth. So if I go ahead and push on to those bumps, the eye becomes much more visible, and that'll allow me to show you that nictitating membrane that much better. So once again, that is the external anatomy of the frog. So now we're going to go ahead and open this guy up so we can look at the internal anatomy. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a incision up the front side of the frog here. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit farther than I probably need to, then I will go ahead and cut over. Oh, I got some juice coming out there. That's lovely. Go ahead and cut down. I'll probably need to cut a little bit deeper in a while. Just make sure that I get through that muscle tissue. I'm going to go across. Going to go across. All right. So that's the quick, dirty, easy way to dissect a frog. So now I'm going to go ahead and peel. Going to make just another small incision. Excuse my hand. There we go. So I'll just go ahead and take a dissecting pin, throw one on each side here so we can expose the internal anatomy a little bit better. All right. So first thing we're going to identify here right in the middle of its chest, here is the frog's heart. Okay, I'll recenter my tray and my camera here. Okay, so we've got right here, we've got our heart, and then we have our liver. Now the liver of the frog has 3 lobes, 1, 2, and 3. When we go ahead and part these lobes, we should be able to see right here, have a little tiny sac. That is our gall bladder. Okay, so gall bladder, that's going to produce substances that aid in digestion. So once again, when I part my 3 lobes of the liver, go right here, that goes ahead and it shows me my gall bladder. So you can see right there a little sac filled with fluid. All right, so I've got my heart, liver, gallbladder down there. If I go ahead and move these over to the side, you can see I've got these little sacs. I've got a sac right here. If I go over to the other side, right here, I've got another structure right here. Those are my lungs. Okay. The lung over on this side looks a little bit juicier, okay, like it maybe had a little bit of air in there. So remember that frogs, after they go through metamorphosis, when they're in a tadpole body form, they have gills, and they lose those, and they turn into lungs. So those are my lungs. Another structure, or just kind of odd thing I want to show you right here, these are fat bodies, okay, kind of gross, gooey, things that that frog has there. That is going to basically be their energy storage. So speaking of energy, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the digestive system. So I'm going to go ahead and right up here where my probe is, this is my stomach. Right here, this tissue, this is the mesentery. Mesentery kind of holds that all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to make an incision right there. I might have cut out my lung while I did that. So now I'm going to remove my digestive tract, or at least I'm going to unwind it. Okay. So as I go ahead and pull, what I'm doing is I'm basically separating the mesentery, and now you can see the three components of the digestive tract. Right here I've got my stomach, then I've got my small intestine. I'm going all the way down, losing my flap here. As you can see where the diameter goes from skinny to big, that is my large intestine. So right there I've got my large intestine. That is my digestive tract. So now we're just about finishing up here. So we are going to look at the excretory system a little bit. Might be a little hard for you to see from your perspective. The kidneys are always kind of a bugger to find. When we come over to this side, you can see, oh, right here I've got a kidney. Okay, so your kidney right here, I should have another one on the other side. It might be buried down in here as well. So I've got this little dealio there, that's my kidney. And then when I look down here, of course, there's nothing in the bladder right now. So the bladder is just going to be basically this flap of skin. Think of it, it's like a deflated balloon. So that on that side, and then you can also see right over here with my probe. Okay, that is going to be my bladder on the opposite side there. So in a nutshell, that was the frog dissection, all the parts that you need to know. You might need to watch this again so you get all the information, but this is a good study aid if you were absent or if you just wanted to review before your test. Thanks for watching.